Well, hello. It's been a while. Hope you all had a good Christmas and a New Year. I am recording this on the 30th of January, but you're probably not going to see it until the New Year. So, Happy New Year, future me and everybody else. So, I haven't put up video for a while because I've had a few issues in my personal life, which I'm obviously not going to bore you with. But I had a few words of encouragement from a certain someone. Really made me rejig everything in my head and decided to come out for two reasons really. Firstly, get the noggin right, and secondly to celebrate the big 1,000 subscribers. So I wanted to say firstly thank you to absolutely everyone that subscribed. Even if you've just watched the videos or liked them over the last couple of years, it might help the algorithm suggest it to other people who may end up subscribing. So it all helps. I've decided to come out with no tent today, and as you can see by the weather, that's probably not a good idea. But seeing as this is a sort of 1,000 subscriber special, as it were, I thought I'd do something a bit different. So I'm heading up to the Gwyrne Fawr reservoir. Now, if any of you know this area, you'll probably guess where I'm heading, but I'm not going to tell the rest of you until I get up there, so I'll see you in a bit. Now where I'm going is the other end of this reservoir, but I think it'd probably be drier if I swam it. Glad I brought the seal skins and a change of clothes. Well, here we are. Now this is apparently Britain's smallest bothy. Only fits 2, apparently 3 at a push. So it'll be fine for just me tonight. Although I did see a few people I passed on the way up, so I don't know whether or not they're headed here as well. But you never know, I might not be the first one here myself. Looks like I am the first one here. Wow, this is crazy. From photos I've seen of it, there was a sort of stone bench along here where you could fit a third person, but it looks like that's gone. And the sleeping is upstairs, which we'll take a look at in a bit. But I'm going to get these wet clothes off and chuck some wood in the fire. Right, the fire's on, but I didn't bring a lot of wood with me. I was kind of hoping to be a little bit up here, so I'm going to have to use it a bit sparingly. I've got my down jacket and things like that with me to keep me warm enough, and I'm not planning on cooking on the fire today. I've brought the gas stove with me just for a cup of coffee and a freeze-dried meal. But I thought I'd stick the fire on just to get the chill off a bit. Try and dry these clothes off when you get out of them, I think. Put some drier clothes on, although I may pop out for a wander in a bit, so I'm kind of in two minds of whether or not to change gear yet. But I'll show you my view. lovely little waterfall outside. This is Britain's smallest bothy, and you can see why. I mean, I'll put you down there. I can reach either wall with an arm span, and it's probably 1.5 arm spans that way. But Kip up there, I'll have a look, shall we? Get you up the ladder. Let me put my head torch on. You can feel the breeze here. I'm glad I've got my winter gear. Check this out. Just enough for 2, maybe 3 people at a push, if you're really friendly. Right, I'm gonna have a coffee. That wind is absolutely crazy. It's just funneling up this valley here, just hitting the Bothy straight on. The door, the latch on the door is not the best, so the door's already popped open a couple of times. So I'm gonna have to put a rock up against it or something. Now you can see why I didn't want to bring the tent. See, with the rain that we've had, that's the path. It's actually eased off since I've got you, which is good, but the forecast is horrendous for tonight. We've got a storm, I can't remember the name of it, but we've got an amber warning in this area for winds and for rain. Not even sure. You get breezes like that, and this water's going up. You can see the reservoir. The water's coming this way despite the flow going that way with the wind. Right, I'm getting out of this. Don't want to get this down jacket too wet. There's a few things I forgot on this trip. It's pretty hastily organised, this one. I only hit 1,000 subscribers either yesterday or the day before, so I knew I had to get out and do something for it. But I haven't got any beers, so I've got nothing to celebrate with, and I haven't got my lamp. I've got my head torch, but there's not a candle here. I was expecting maybe a couple of candles to be left. I could light up a little bit later on, so I'm going to be sat by the firelight and using my head torch all night by the looks of things, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to be filming. It's already starting to get dark. It is 5 to 4. So sunset's in 20 minutes. So it's going to get dark awful early, especially, you know, anyone knows this time of year. If you're out, then you're spending 12-14 hours in a tent. Oh, I'm going to be 12-14 hours in here, but at least I can stand up and walk about. I've got a comfy chair to sit on and a nice fire to keep me warm. That's all I need, really. I think I might have fixed the door problem. Just wedged the shovel underneath it. Hopefully it won't pop. If that doesn't work, I'll stick a rock on the shovel, try and weigh it down a bit, give it a bit of substance. Well, I've just noticed there's fairy lights in the roof. There's 2 sets. One didn't have any battery, but the other one did, so at least it's looking a bit festive in here. Not giving off the best of light, but it'll do. I'm already getting pretty low on wood. It's chewing through it, this little stove, so I don't really want to leave it go out and then relight it later, so I think I'm just going to use up what I got for now and try and get a little bit of heat in here at least. Hopefully it stays. But like I said, I've got the winter setup with me today, so I've got the Thermarest and my Rab Ascent and down jacket, so once I've got my warmer clothes on, I'll be fine. But I'm going to get some hot food inside me, I think, now, and have a pasta. I found another set of lights. Now it's Christmassy. I know I'm a few days late, but there's 12 days of Christmas. Does anyone else still get the dry bits of powder in the corners after you've warmed it up? No matter how much you mix it, you always get a clump. So I've been sitting here for a few hours now. I think it's about 6:30. So I've had my food. I did go for a wander, see if I could find some wood, but there's just nothing about at all, and I wasn't going searching out in that weather. So I've got back in and put my dry clothes on, put my warm stuff on, and I'm just going to chill out for a bit. But I've been sitting here wondering what to do now. I've hit 1,000 subs, so clearly the next target's going to be 2,000, but just wondering things to do to get there, because I don't want to be that guy that you know, clickbaits his videos and puts thumbnails on and things like that. I just want to go out and enjoy myself and show people my adventures, whether they're good or bad. I'll show them as they are. Like today, the weather's absolutely horrendous, but other than the door blowing open every now and again, I'm having a whale of a time. We'll see a bit later on when I go to bed and I hear the creaks and the cracks and the noises of this old building. Never a nice thing when you're out on your own, even in a tent. People have the same experiences when they go out, you know, woodland camping and things like that. That first time's always a bit of trepidation in it. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm wondering whether or not I should get a dog. Everyone seems to have a dog these days on YouTube. Or I get myself a tagline of some kind, a catchphrase. So maybe something I can start putting on t-shirts and sell some merch. I don't know. Something to grow the channel a bit. It was never my intention to make a career of it. I still don't know I ever expect to be doing anything like that. But I did the same thing when I got to 100 subscribers. I was happy with that, and then I wanted to get to 200 and 300 and 400, so now I've got to 1,000. You just want more, just keep chasing it. But one thing I should mention, actually, that I've not mentioned before, I've had it for a while, but seeing as now I've got 1,000 subscribers, I might as well mention it, is my Buy Me a Coffee, which I'll leave a link in below, so if you do want to help me out with anything, it's much appreciated. So I think I'm going to give it another hour or so before I bed down for the night. Maybe have another coffee in the meantime. I'm not going outside anywhere. I've had my call of nature, hopefully, for the night. If I've got to go out there, then I don't want to be putting my wet boots back on. The seal skins did a really good job with my feet. Couldn't believe how wet my feet actually were. I didn't feel it. I've not used seal skins before, but I'm definitely glad I brought them today, because that path in was just unbelievable. Just walking through a lake basically, but yeah, really good, gotta say. So I have had another pair for Christmas as well, so I'll give them a whirl at some point, no doubt. They're the winter ones, so be a bit better with the colder weather. So we'll see. But like I said, I'm gonna chill out for a bit, listen to the radio for an hour or so, and then bed down. So unless anything drastic or fantastic happens, I shall see you in the morning.
Good morning. It's 8:15. And not the best night's sleep, if I'm being honest. I woke up probably on the hour every hour, all the way through. It's not stopped raining all night, as forecasted. Although the wind did seem to drop off, I haven't had any problems with the door blowing open again through the night. But I think the forecast for the wind is to pick up again through the day today, so I'm probably not gonna hang around here long. Sunrise is going to be in about 40 odd minutes, so I think I'm going to get up, have some breakfast, maybe have a bit of a tidy up. I did have a sweep up last night before I went to bed, just tidy everything up a little bit, the Bothy code and all that, make sure it's nicer left than when you arrived, I think, if that makes sense. But yeah, and get up and have some breakfast, and think about making a shift early, I think.
Wow, bit of a difference to the way I went to bed. Still clogged over, but it seems like the rain has held off and the wind has died right down. So, like I said, the forecast is for it to be picking back up, and more rain and wind from I think about 9-10 o'clock this morning. So, as I said, I'm not going to hang about. I think pretty much as soon as it's sun up, I'm going to make sure I'm ready to go. So breakfast I bought, I don't need to boil any water up for it, just a muesli. I am going to make myself a coffee though, just to get a nice warm drink inside me for the morning. It's a crazy place to stay, honestly. I thought, well, it's the first time I've done solo in a Bothy, and I was a little bit worried about, you know, like I said last night, the creaks and things like that, and the noises, and there were a few little bangs through the night with the wind that startled me a little bit. So it's an experience. I'll definitely be back to do more Bothys. Probably even this one again, but there are a few more in Wales that I'll look to head to at some point.
and I know there's a few up in the Lake District, and obviously Scotland's covered in them. But yeah, I think I might start ticking the Welsh ones off. I don't know, maybe that'll be my target for 2024, is to stay in every bothy in Wales at some point through the year, but we'll see. I think I may have had a visitor last night. I was just looking for my my food pouch from last night, because I use that as my bin, and I've just found it on the floor. And take a look. Someone's been taking a bite out of that, trying to get in my leftovers. Maybe that's what all the squeaking and clanging was last night. I've just noticed on the windowsill some more evidence of my visitor. He didn't even bother to say hello. There we go, that's a good job done for the day. Swept up, tidied everything, got all the ash out of the fire, so everything's nice and tidy for the next guys to come along. I haven't got anything to leave, any food or anything like that, so I figured I'd do something at least. I think I may have myself a bit of a weather window here. It's a little bit clearer. The wind has just gone to nothing, which is unbelievable considering what was forecast, but I'm not going to risk staking around for too long and letting it get back up, so I'm going to get changed back into my wet weather gear from yesterday, and I'll make a shift. Well, I'm all packed up. I think I may have just missed my weather window. There was a few patches of blue sky as I was packing up, but they seem to have gone now, so it may be a wet walk back, but like I said, it's only a couple of miles, so I'll be back to the car in an hour. It's one of those trips, one of those rare occasions when the drive in is longer than the walk in. Took me about, well, nearly 2 hours to get here, and as I said, less than an hour probably to get from the car to here, so it's going to be a short hop, but the rain has literally just started. So I'm not going to film any of the walk back, as it's just going to be too wet by the looks of things. So I think I'll sign it off here. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, like the video. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far to get me over that 1,000 subscriber mark. My target was to do it by the end of this year, and I've done it with a couple of days to spare. But I know you won't see this till 2024, but that's tonight for me. So have a good new year, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.